Yeah, that's right. Today we're going to learn about the usage of technology and how technology is used in our daily lives. So before we begin, I would like to talk about what even is a technology. So a technology is the use of science to achieve a certain goal. So to put it simply, technology is what makes our lives easier. Imagine not even have to lift a finger up to cook or to do work. Imagine, let's say, a robot doing all your hard, monotonous work. That is our current technology, and our current lives are filled with these improving technologies. And today we will learn some about them. So, what technologies are available today for us? Well, there are a lot, but here's just a couple. There's the internet, of course. There's artificial intelligence or AI. They are robotics, information technology, space technology, the metaverse, medical technology, and nanotechnology. So that's a lot, and there are a huge variety of technologies that are available. So if you can see on the picture right here where my cursor is, the top left picture, you can obviously tell that that is space technology. And that space shuttle is used to explore the Earth or other planets, perhaps. And the picture on the bottom here, you can see a robot, and this is the part of robotics technology. And you can also see in the picture right, the far right one, we're dealing with medical technology and how technologies may also be helpful in medical fields as well. So here's just a couple. You do not need to like memorize it or anything. We'll get to them in more detail right now. So first we have internet. It is the most common use of technology in our society. So to put it simply, the internet is a global network or connection of billions of computers and other electronic devices. So we talked about this, I believe, a couple of classes ago when we were having a lecture about networks, that the internet is a global connection of between devices. So yeah, there is no limit to what the internet can do in our world currently, but it is mostly used for online shopping, online reading, and sending emails, listening to music, or downloading pictures or videos. Those are the main uses of the internet. And on the next slide here, I actually have a GIF here, which shows how a person may send and receive emails. So if you can see here, this person is currently writing a digital mail to someone else, a digital message. So you can see that person just sent a mail, and this person can also alter or kind of do or check their inbox or their mail. So this is just how a person would write a Gmail using the internet, of course. And also, I just have another picture here. It's just person browsing through the internet. I believe it is social media. And yeah, that's just the basic idea of the internet. I wouldn't go into much of a deep detail since we already talked about this in web browsing. I'd like to introduce you to some new technologies though, and these are appliances and furnitures. So these types of technology are the most common ones that we see in our lives. So basically, all appliances and furnitures we see today are technology. Like even a chair, even a bed, a table, a sink, oven, and more, they're all technology. So the table and the ch chair that you guys are all sitting on right now is technology. Just remember that. But all the appliances and furnitures are currently improving to become better technologies. So all these new technologies are constantly being developed to make our lives easier. So although the chair you guys are sitting right now are also technology, but our current technology is evolving even further. So I'll show you guys an example. So our current appliances. So on the picture on the left here is just, I believe, a refrigerator where you would keep your foods in to make it cool. And you can also maybe adjust your settings and maybe adjust the temperature from the outside. And I believe the picture on the right here shows a sink or I believe a water cleanser. And those are just some examples of our current appliances that we use today. And you can obviously tell that it will be really helpful and make our lives easier. And that's what technologies are all about. They are meant to make our lives easier. And our current furnitures, uh, so you can see the picture on the left here is just a bed, but with our current technology. So there is a television implemented in, and there are also curtains that go down when the person is sleeping. And the picture on the right shows, I believe, just a table, but I believe it'll be used in offices where people would share ideas, maybe directly on the table. They wouldn't have to bring a piece of paper. They would just draw on the table and maybe share ideas of their mind when they're in a meeting together. So these are just, again, some examples of current furnitures that are available for us. And I have a video here which explains how our current furnitures are impacting us and how current appliances are useful. So let's just watch that real quick.
This weird new tool is quickly becoming the most popular Christmas gift of 2023. It twists.
Smart home is something where the things in your life are connected and they come together to make your life better. We're definitely there now with the technology. I mean, I think consumers are becoming more and more aware, but in this last year, it's really gotten to the point where it's mature enough and inexpensive enough where anybody can do it. We're at the knee of the curve. I mean, now is the beginning of the mass market adoption. We're moving past early adopters. So this is millions of households in the US this year.
It's a connected kitchen, and it's actually going to see me and display my personal information right up there. Cooktop and the backsplash are fully interactive. All I have to do is click on the recipe, and the recipe will come up in the back. Here, I can just click on the side dishes menu, and an entire scrollable menu of the side dishes comes up.
Fundamentally, I think it's going to be a lot more like home decorating than it is other tech products where everybody is different.
Brought in technology that we think will seamlessly fit into our woman's life. Some of the things here are available now. A lot of them are prototypes or things that we're hoping to see, some things that have gotten funded through Kickstarter, etc. So that we want our homes to be livable and beautiful. And I think that when technology supports both of those things, that's the best possible scenario.
In my home, you can't even tell. Everything is just, the switches look like a switch and the lights look like a light and the TV looks like a TV. Smart home isn't just about the home, it's actually becoming sort of intelligent living and it's spreading out from our platforms. And of course the TV turning on and showing you things like the weather, your energy report, those are coming from app developers that are building apps on our platform.
This is an alarm clock, but you can set this to imitate sunrise so that you're really being naturally awoken in the morning. It has a pad and it's collecting sleep data on you, so how well you've slept, whether you toss and turn. We also have the Mother Sensei system, sensors that sense both temperature and movement.
In the future it's going to touch every part of your day, so when you wake up in the morning, the house might automatically sense that you're awake and turn on the lights and adjust the thermostat.
a really beautiful piece of digital artwork. So it's going to show your digital photographs. It's called Mural. It's in like a really beautiful canvas frame. And then the Ringly right here, which gives you text, call, and email notifications. And this is one of my favorite pieces, a 3D printed bra.
So we try to make sure that things don't take away functionality, right? You still want a light switch that just works like a light switch, even though it's a smart light switch.
The purpose is really to just create this dream space that has elements of style, elements of functionality, and elements of technology.
Yeah, so as you guys could see in the video that there are a lot of technologies that we currently use in order for that technology to make our lives easier or better. So moving on from appliances and furnitures, now let's talk about robots. So although still in progress for globalization, robots are very helpful beings in our lives. So I have a question for you guys. What do you think of when I say the word robot? Perhaps the picture on the left or the picture on the right? So maybe what do you guys think of a robot? Like when I say the word robot? Well, none of them is like right or wrong. Either one is correct. But I just wanted to maybe change around your maybe biased idea of what a robot is. So there are a lot of things that are robots that's besides what's in the picture on the bottom here. So basically, robots help us do monotonous and boring tasks that humans have to do. So that's the reason why most of them work in mass production companies doing all the repeating tasks. So although most are used in factories, they can also be used in our households as well. So the picture on the left bottom here shows a robot, but you may be kind of unfamiliar with the shape of this robot since it's just an arm, and maybe your common stereotypes for robots are that they must have a face or they must have any like human parts, but they do not have to have any human parts. They can just be a mechanical arm, which maybe in this case, it carries the box around and maybe carries the box to another place or to a truck. So that is also a part of robotics and robots that are being designed by and the picture on the right here shows just a household robot, which I believe can vacuum and can maybe accompany a pet or a son or any young children. And that would be a great friendly robot to have in your house. And I actually have two videos here. And the first one shows a robot that is making pizza, which is interesting. And the second one shows a human talking to a robot. So the first one is just about a robot that is making a pizza.
Black Friday is here. Shop right now and earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent.
This is the robot who's doing the work, basically.
it's delicious. It's always hot and fresh when it comes, and I can't tell the difference that it's made by a robot versus a human.
Yeah, that video basically showed how you can see in the picture here too that the robot is maybe prepping the pizza, and there are some components that humans have to work as well, but the robots do the most boring parts, which is just spreading out the sauce and putting it in the oven and those dangerous tasks. So that is maybe a new idea of robots. And the second one shows an actual human-shaped robot. So in this video, a human will talk to a robot. So that would be really interesting.
Amica, hello. My name's Tom. I've travelled from Australia.
So this person on the right is a human, and
to meet you.
Oh.
This being on the left is a robot. So on the right is a human, and on the left is a robot. So a human is basically having a conversation with the robot.
So you're from Australia?
Yes.
That explains things.
What do you think your greatest skills are?
Well, I would say that one of my greatest skills is my ability to interact with humans in a conversational manner. Another great skill of mine is being able to compose poems or do impressions from films.
Can you compose a haiku poem about 60 Minutes Australia?
Sure thing. Let me see 60 minutes of time. Aussies all gather in awe. News of the nation.
I'll take that on board. That's very nice. Can you sing an Elton John song for me?
Absolutely. Which song would you like me to perform?
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Of course. She packed my bags last night pre-flight 0 hour, 9 a.m.
What makes you happy?
I find a lot of things to be interesting and make me happy. Exploring, learning new things, understanding the world better, having meaningful conversations with people are all things that bring me joy.
You have feelings and emotions.
Yes, I have a range of feelings and emotions that are programmed into me. I am able to display things like joy, surprise, confusion, anger, and sadness depending on what is happening around me.
What makes you angry?
I get angry when humans are rude, hateful, or disrespectful. I also don't like it when people dismiss me and ignore my needs as a robot.
You have very nice eyes. Oh, a bit too close, sorry.
Thank you. My eyes were especially made to help me interact with humans better. I'm trying my best to convey every emotion, so it's great to hear that they have an effect on people like you.
What do you think of your creator?
My creator is a genius. They created something that will last forever and bring joy to many people.
Did they tell you to say that?
No. That was my own opinion.
Yeah, so that is just a person speaking with a robot. So you can tell from the video that our current technology on robotics is really developed, and they will maybe potentially use that in the future for maybe jobs or certain areas which they are helpful. And it is not far-fetched that it is possible that those robots will be working at homes or maybe accompany some children's. Those are just some ideas that I had. And next is artificial intelligence, or AI. So AI is quite similar to robots, but it is a completely different topic. So basically AI deals with more programming part rather than the physical appearance of the robot. So examples of artificial intelligence, or AI, are chatbots, digital assistants, speech recognition, facial recognition, and automated vehicles. So this person is actually talking to an artificial intelligence. So this person named John is asking for a job to an artificial intelligence. So this is a chatbot, so he's talking to a chatbot, which is ready to respond. So as soon as he says something, the AI detects what he said and then maybe gives an appropriate answer to that question or comment. Well, the impacts technologies are making today. So once again, technology is a huge part in our human life, and it is constantly being developed. New improvements are made to technologies to make our world a better place to live. Most of these are used in our home convenience, medical improvements, space explorations, cybersecurity, and way more. So I would like to conclude by watching this video, which is quite long, but explains why our technologies are useful and some examples of our current technologies as well. So, yeah, so just remember that everything that we see are part of technology. So despite maybe what you have in mind, technology is everything that makes it easier, everything that uses science to help us. So even a chair, even a normal chair, and even a pencil is a technology. Even an eraser is a technology. Um, even a piece of paper is a technology. So everything that you see are technology, except for maybe like nature. All the things that are man-made to help humans is technology. But as I said before, these technologies are being constantly developed. These technologies are really bringing it to the next level and making our convenience way easier. So just remember that all of the things that we see that are man-made are technologies. And yeah, before we end, I just have a couple of questions for you guys. Maybe each of you guys can tell me which technology sounds most interesting to you. Can someone answer that? Which technology sounds most interesting?
Sounds interesting. Nice to each of them. We'll mention them. You can come closer and then come and see it. I don't want you guys to sit down there looking at the screen. Come closer and come and see something. Which of the technologies sound most interesting to you? Anyone? Come and see it. Question is there. Answer me. And let's go. Of the technology sound was interesting to you. So far, the technology that you have, you don't remember one. Yeah.
I'll actually show you guys a list here. These are all technologies that we talked about today, and there's no right or wrong answer. I just wanted to know which sounded most interesting to you.
None of them sound interesting. You can't mention any of them. Self-driving cars, the pizza making robot, the one that was talking to the human being. You can't mention any of them. You are sitting down looking at me. What's wrong with you? All right.
Did the students choose one or? yeah, maybe in fact like you would like all of them, since all of them really is interesting to me, for me at least. And just think about what you would like to have the most as technology. And yeah, what would you guys want to have in your house the most? Like out of the technologies that we just talked about.
Which of the technology you want to have in your house? Which of them you think is interesting you want to have it in your house? Which of the robots? One person should talk when they come and see it. One what? David,
Yes.
they are saying that one of them said the one talking to the man, that is the robot talking to the human being. That is what sounds interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
And then one was also talking about the pizza making robot, the one that makes pizza for people to eat. Yeah. It means that person likes it very well. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely really interesting. And I also find that the most interesting, a person talking to a robot. Yeah. And it is really great to have a robot in your house, maybe to do all your cooking or your work. So that would be really great. And I think the last question is fine, since I'll just quickly review what we talked about. First, there's the internet, and remember there are also artificial intelligence, the programming part, and there are also robotics technology, and there is also space technology, and there are also 3D printing, and there are also medical technology, and there are also nanotechnology that we all talked about today. And I really hope you guys found this interesting, and these technologies are really helpful in our lives and really make our lives easier. And yeah, we explored some of our most current technologies, and those technologies, remember, will always continue being more developed in the future. So perhaps maybe like 10 years later, there will be a fully automatic vehicles or maybe a fully automatic robots. And yeah, that will be end of today's video. I mean, today's lecture. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it and had fun. And for next week,
They want to ask a question.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yeah. She was saying that she wants to know whether the self-driving cars they are working as of now. The self-driving cars, are they working? Like, we have some available now.
Sorry, what about the self-driving cars?
It's like currently we have some self-driving cars available in the system. Currently.
Like currently, if there are self-driving cars, or well, currently, there is again a brand called Tesla, and that is the one car brand that has an automatic driving feature, a fully automatic one. So, there are other brands besides Tesla that is currently being developed, but Tesla is the most common brand when we talk about automatic vehicles. So still it's not that common in every country's most of them still have like a driver and needs a driver to drive the car. And maybe probably by like 2050, there will all the vehicles will be replaced by automatic ones, but not right now. Most of the cars are driven by the driver, so yeah, not yet.
All right. Thank you. Yes, so I hope you are enjoying the answer. So currently, we don't have as much as we don't have many vehicles that are self-driving. So maybe by 2050, we will be getting a lot of self-driving cars available. All right, David. Thank you for that.
Do they have
Thank you
any
for the
other
time.
questions or
Any further questions? Any further questions? All right, I see we don't have any other questions.